The monopolist hospital also is very effective at disciplining doctors and making certain that the doctor acts for the benefit of the hospital rather than for the benefit of the patient. So to take the example, if the doctor thinks that the patient should be able to get in to see a specialist the very next day, and that's what's medically best for the patient, and the hospital system has decided that, well, if we slow that up by 30 days, there'll be some number of people who'll give up, who'll go away, who may even die, and never need that more expensive patient care. That means the doctor is now going to have to make a choice. The doctor can speak out on behalf of the patient. Indeed, if it happens often enough, can speak out about the practices that injure many of the patients for this doctor. But if the doctor does that, the hospital, the monopoly hospital, has the opportunity to say to the doctor, in effect, you're not going to practice medicine in this town again. You either play by my rules or you don't play at all around here. I think there are a lot of doctors who are very good people, who went into medicine because they want to help people, who are there to be advocates on behalf of their patients, but who realize a cold reality at the end of the day. And that reality is that if they get frozen out of this hospital, they won't be there for any of those patients. All those long-established patient relationships, they'll just be gone. And so the doctor's left, the doctor's forced to make compromises, advocate for patient care, try to do it, as it's euphemistically called, within the system, try to find a place where for a particular patient you can pull a string, you can get something moved up. It makes the doctor's job harder, not only in the sense of having to fight a bureaucracy, but harder in the sense of what it means to your heart. When you're there for your patients, and yet you know that you got to keep treatment on the road that's been built by the monopoly hospital that demands that that road be organized, not for the benefit of the patient, but for the benefit of the hospital. Doctors are put in an impossible position under those circumstances. Bless their hearts, they do their best on this, but that's where they're caught. A monopoly multiplies every other problem in the system because it takes away the discipline that comes from a free market. If one hospital gets known for jacking up prices, for squeezing everyone who can't pay, for demanding payment in advance, no matter what the circumstances, then people start using other hospitals. The market works. That's the notion behind the American ideal. But when a hospital dominates an area, and when people are talking about their health, when it's that scary moment, when you've got chest pains, when it's that instant when you're looking down at a baby whose cheeks are flushed red and whose eyes are glassy, you need that hospital care. You need it, and you need it right now. And price is not at the top of the list. Whether or not they're going to squeeze you later for payment or demand your house or demand part of your wages, demand a pound of your flesh in the future, is not what's on a family's mind. What's on a family's mind is help me get the care I need for the person I love. A hospital that has a monopoly position takes advantage of that fear. It takes advantage of that desperate desire to take care of the people you love. It takes advantage of it for nothing more than plain old money. You know, it's ironic that most of the people who argue that healthcare is different and that the market doesn't work here are arguing against consumers who have too many choices, who have their own savings account, who have a little of their own skin in the game, so to speak, on the financial side as well. They are not arguing markets don't work as a way to try to support monopolies and to try to give a single provider the ability to determine all of the financial consequences of a hospital stay. This is a place where if there's only one hospital, how can anyone test whether the prices are right, whether the collection procedures are fair, frankly, whether even the level of service is what ought to be provided by a hospital in the 21st century? If there are no benchmarks, if there are no other hospitals serving that same community, saying, we can do it better, we can do it cheaper, we can do it and offer some free care to those among us who can't pay for these hospital services. If none of that exists, then you've got a bully boy on the block. Literally, the one who determines it all, the level of service, the prices, and how hard they're going to hurt people who can't pay. That's what monopolies accomplish, and that's where the market has broken down. That's not the American way. That's the way of the bully, the dictator, the one who wants to control it all.